it takes until the broad daylight, restitution will make it right. We'll make it right. All my sins don't change my constitution. Don't do the crime, God's too weak to fight. Don't mess with me or with my resolution. I'm gonna track you down through the night. Restitution will make it right. We'll make it right. All in all, it ain't alright. It ain't alright. All in all, it ain't alright. It ain't alright. In all but one thing, I've got a restitution. Gonna take my time to make it right. All I need's a stay of execution. If it takes until the broad daylight, restitution will make it right. We'll make it right. All in all, it ain't alright. It ain't alright. All in all, it ain't alright. All in all, it ain't alright. It ain't alright. It ain't alright. It ain't alright.
Hey bro, how are you?
Hey bro,
How's it going?
how's it going?
Hey bro, how are you?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, not too bad. Congratulations on all the endorsements and everything. That's really cool.
Thank
Great
you, bro.
photos.
Thank you. It's really like a community kind of things, you know, all the drummers know each other and their cymbals are fucking great. It's unbelievable. So
We have a chat about the song, then we can. So Gaet and I, we don't speak English as a native tongue, and I'm fascinated about expressions. Like I go to the streets, I keep looking to people, and then you know about my Cockney craze. But I just like to do that because I like to put that in the songs, you know, like some expression that everybody says all the time, and they're amazing because they're very catchy. It's like it doesn't sound formal.
Yeah.
And then I think this song, when you were writing, like it was at Mark's place, and I don't know why this subject came, and it was like, what does all in all mean? And then you just explain me everything, and I say, oh fuck, this is a great chorus. It should be all in all. And that's the name of the song. It's a very strong chorus, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you about the phrases thing. Yeah, those old phrases that people say, it's like they contain much more information than just a few words.
If you read to Shakespeare nowadays, it sounds so formal, but hundreds of years ago, that was like the way people spoke on the street, you know?
Yeah,
So,
slang.
and then it became poetry, like slangs from the street, it became poetry. Maybe this song in 300 years, they'll say, oh, all in all. We just compared ourselves to Shakespeare. It was great.
Yeah, it was a fun song to record as well. I don't know how everybody else felt, but I felt like All in All didn't take that much work in the studio. I felt like it was quite a relatively quick one to record. Like when I listen to the song now, it's sort of like really quite anthemic and heavy. You guys did backing vocals, and I wasn't there when you did them, so it was such a nice surprise when I got sent the track after you guys had done your backing. It was like, whoa, all this gang vocals that Julian and you guys worked on transformed the end of this song into like a big like stadium rock kind of vibe, and I love it. But it wasn't there when we were rehearsing that song, was it? It wasn't like that.
Julian helped a lot with that. Like, he's really good creating harmonies when like in different chords, so it's like oh, he tries everything, and then until we find the best one. I think this one we tried and then it didn't work, tried again and then it worked. It was something like that.
The recording that we did with all of those fantastic harmonies and backing vocals and stuff has actually influenced the way the band plays live now.
We recorded the album without playing gigs because of lockdown. We were not allowed to play gigs, so we didn't know what songs work and then what songs doesn't work with the audience. But this is definitely a song, one of the main songs in the set list, because it's so powerful, so punchy. I think we were playing heavier than the recording as well.
Yeah, I think so too. It's the riff, isn't it? There's a big riff.
Yeah.
And it's a really dancey kind of vibe as well. There is a groove, a special groove. It's a shuffle, but it's a heavy one.
Your interpretation of a shuffle, Gaet, there, because it's not even like you're just playing like a rock shuffle, and it comes straight in. I get so much excitement live as soon as I start playing that, when I can remember the riff. As soon as I start playing the riff on stage, I know this thing is going to come in like a herd of elephants. And
that's the power of the riff.
Yeah,
I remember when we found that mini intro before it goes crazy.
Yeah, the
riff, the guitar riff, and then you know the elephant is coming.
Yeah,
or the dinosaur or whatever. I never said that.
No, don't worry. I'll edit that out.
And I think it's a deep lyrics, you know, like the lyrics is very colloquial, like it's not a dancing lyrics, but people just dance because it's groovy, you know what I mean?
So what is it about exactly? Because you guys wrote this song. What is the deep meaning of the interpretation?
Yeah, so I think the verses, it's like in all but one thing, I've got resolution. That's the main line of the song. So there's something in this person's mind which is not resolved. And yeah, all the lyrics are really just about a person who is like 99% complete with something still missing or wrong in their lives. And all in all, it ain't all right. So there's some part of it, I think, is just to do with the alliteration of the lyrics. It sounds, the same, using the same letter. It's got a nice flow, but it is also, there's something wrong. And I think when the chorus came together, it then started to feel more like it was a personal thing, and maybe it's a relationship thing. Something's finished, and it's unresolved, and you're unhappy, but you're kind of taking an angry stance about it. So you're kind of saying, well, it's not all right, and I'm angry that it's not all right, and I'm kind of happy that I'm angry that it's not all right.
Yeah. I like this, like, don't do the crime if you're too weak to fight,
Yeah.
Just go back to bed if you're too weak to fight. Don't do the crime.
I think that's one of your lines, actually, isn't it? I think you came up with that.
Did one of you had an idea, a basic idea, and then the other, was it a back and forth, like a kind of ping pong kind of system?
I was in France, and I came up with, I think, half of the first verse and the riff. At the time, I was thinking, how are we going to do shuffle that aren't the same as the same? So I thought, well, the first thing is it needs to feel like a 12-bar sequence, but we need different changes. It can't just be the 1-4-5. We need something different to make this into a different thing. So I think I basically ended up having a verse, but not all the changes. I don't think I had all the changes nailed. And that was basically the idea. I think there was literally like a 30-second video that Dinho and I were working from. When we met you, Gaet, around that time, we decided to have 2 weeks working together every day in the flat that I was in West London. And I think we basically just did that song in a day, didn't we, Dinho? Like in a couple of hours, we did all of the rest of the lyrics, all of the choruses, and that was the song.
That's something amazing about get things done, because if you have time, then you just postpone things. But now that was like the kind of thing, okay, we have 2 weeks to write the album, so let's do everything. And then the ideas just come,
Yeah, when you put yourself against the wall, I guess sometimes. Good. You
And
need to.
that 2 weeks was unbelievably exhausting. I remember how I felt after that, because it was, I think, in 14 days, I think we spent 12 days writing, and it was like all day, wasn't it? And you were working as well as that. You were going off and doing Uber shifts and things like that in between.
Yeah.
We didn't want to overwrite these songs. Yeah, let's get 3 verses and a chorus and a rough arrangement, and let's leave it at that. And now, when we play that song live, it's one of the few songs where it's almost identical to the record, isn't it? Like, I almost play the same guitar solo live because it works so well, and it's just like the solo that's supposed to be there. The format doesn't really change.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
I play everything like the record as well.
Yeah, forget about that. There is a reggae section in this song, which is kind of super original. The weird thing is that it's kind of random, but it totally works, you know? Like the transition and everything. It doesn't feel like, oh, they put reggae in the middle of nowhere.
It's funny though, isn't it? Because there are certain things that you expect to go with other things. Like, and in blues, you know, people expect a bit of funk in there, they expect a bit of rock in there, but they don't expect a bit of metal in there, or they don't expect a bit of reggae in there.
Yeah.
And I think we do a lot of that, where it's like, we don't play it the same way as everyone else did it. It's like another fresh way of doing it. And I think, people who are reviewing us and listening to the album, they are occasionally going, wow, that's weird. I mean, it sounds weird to them.
I like that.
But that's great. That we should be doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Means like we are in a good direction. When people are like, ooh, okay, you know.
Yeah.
It's a good sign. It's a sign of those guys are trying something new. They are trying to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Create their own path. And like you said, blues is, we all have like a conception of what blues is. And like you said many times, Joe, it's kind of the band mission to go from blues somewhere else and have a foot in the blues and another foot in whatever.
Yeah.
So we didn't do any over arrangement in the songs, like in the whole album, and that's actually great. Our strongest thing is playing live, and then don't thinking about. Of course, we did in all of this, different stuff, but we didn't do like really hard on everything. And then when you listen to it, it is arranged because of the way that we play. You know what I mean? Just because of our backgrounds, all of the stuff that we put.
A lot of our audience and listeners won't realize that we basically recorded live in a room together. It was nice doing some arrangement after we'd recorded with backing vocals and adding things in, but it still didn't get over arranged, and it still is very live.
Yeah, exactly. The goal was to actually get as simple as possible to be able to do it. Like, the weird thing about the process was we did the recording before we had a chance to tour those songs. So to get rid of this problem, we kind of did it super simple, didn't we?
Yeah, it's simple for us as well. It's like we were playing things that we are used to play. But the thing is, we're three different people, and then it sounds simple, everything that we are doing, but it's complicated, you know. I know that if I take the guitar to learn Joe's riff, it's gonna take me months, you know. But it's simple for you because it's the thing that you are used to do. The same thing for bass line, for the drums. It is simple for us that we're playing, but it's so complicated. I can't say about the bass because for me it's simple. It's like the things that I'm used to do. But I know that the drums and guitar, they're very complicated, you know.
No, I didn't mean simple as
but I know. More like, I know what you mean.
Easy for us, you know. Like,
but it's a good thing, actually.
Good thing,
that happens when you don't over arrange.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You don't overthink. You just play. You just play with what you are.
Yeah.
That's kind of,
that's the magic, and I think that's probably like a good place for us to get to with this little video. I think we should do more of these sorts of videos because I think they're really interesting. But I think, keeping the arrangements relatively simple and allowing the musicians to breathe, to be able to do their thing in this band, is where all the magic comes from. And I think what we're finding out, like we've done I don't know how many gigs we've done.
Every week since the lockdown.
Yeah, so it's probably somewhere around 15 shows or something like that we've done since we started playing again. And these songs are not getting boring to play. Like I'm fine every time we play them, I feel like, wow, there's more in these songs than I thought. And that's because we left so much space and kept the arrangements relatively simple.
Absolutely.
That was a nice interview. We had 5 points getting this morning. Thank you. Good night. At the late night show, because Joe was late yesterday.
It was a late morning show.
Yeah. Thank you. Good morning.
We should say for people like buy the CD, help us, follow us on social media.
Yeah.
And
yeah. We'll put the link to where you can buy this record below this little video, and wherever you're watching it, whether you're watching this on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, we'll put a link so that you can go and check it out online. Thanks for watching this video. I've been Joe Pearson. This has been Gaet Joe.
Yeah.
This has been Dinho Barrel. And
it's all the way around for me.
But, okay, I'm the one doing the recording. So
And you here.
Okay, yeah, because you told me that I am Gaet and Gaet is Dinho. That's kind of the same thing because it's like bass and drums. They just lock together.
Yeah.
you're like one of those power couples now, like Brad and Angelina. You know, Brangelina. We need to have a name for you guys. You know, where it's like one name for the two of you.
There wasn't a good example of Brad and Angelina because they are divorced now. So
Yeah.
we need to find another one. Like Kate and I was gonna say Titanic, but the guy died. No.
Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't end well either.
Hello. So we are like a nice couple. Like no.
Oh my god.
We can't talk about in this video.
Okay, so
I will edit that out, but I will leave the fact that we're talking about something that we edited out that no one will know. So it'll be like an inside joke. They'll be like, "What did they edit out?" They'll never know.
yeah. That's cool.